like that. That you can't beat muscle cars, can you? You just can't beat muscle cars. We're back. Docked will be something I get to, but oh my god, it is such a grind to get anywhere. So that's burning in the background. This is the demo of Car Mechanic Simulator 2026. Now, I have played probably about the last 4 versions of the Car Mechanic Sim series. Let me just make sure music is off. That's good. Don't want DMCA. I'm going to go with a new game. So I have played this a little bit just to have a look and see if it was something worthwhile. Now, there's been additions to this game. If you want to look at it, see all of the things, go and have a look on the Steam page. I don't want to spend half of the video going through it all. Anyway, we have our garage. Because we're in America, it's garage. Right, let's quickly... Oh, I need to go in here first. Need to open this. Open that. It's a time-limited demo. So it's free for anyone to get. Time-limited demo. Oh, I think I need to answer the phone first. Okay, so we've got the Luxor Streamliner MK III. Hello, recently I noticed that the Luxor is breaking worse and worse while you're at it. Please check the steering system. Other than that, it's probably a routine oil service. Thank you. So we've got the change oil and then we've got the other tasks. So let's take that and let's dive into this. We're not doing tutorial, we're not doing anything else. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So let me think. Yep. Not too bad in here. It's quite clean. Oh. Could you imagine dropping your car off and then seeing the mechanic driving the car like this? Oh, nice and bouncy. Yep. Oh. Nice and bouncy. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to get the car on the ramp first. And we're going to run through a few of the diagnostics and things now. Tablet. Okay, I can get everything from here. There is one change. I think this is a new addition to this game on the series. It was my biggest bugbear of all the car mechanic sims, and I'll get to it. So let's do that. What we're going to do is examination mode. So now we can examine each individual part of the system. So suspension, you see there's 8 sectors or sections which we can identify where the issues are. Now, I don't know if it's for the demo or not, but not all parts can be viewed. Can be examined. So I came out of that. So the engine's got 16. We'll go through this, and there might be a couple of videos because it does go into further details. There is a bit of a storyline along with it as well. This isn't a storyline car. We have day and night cycles. We also have, again, what I think is the ultimate. Let's have a look at this. Which is the ultimate upgrade for this game. I can't believe it's taken this long for the developers to add it, but game changer. Let's see, can't examine that. Oh, we can examine that, that's fine. Yeah, that's empty. Oh, air intake, okay. So, yeah, well, obviously part of the whole game is that you have to replace parts with... let's see if we can do the exhaust. With a certain level of component. So i.e. the customer might want the only components above 80% to be added back to the car, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, this is, you can see everything's around about 70%. Fuel tank can be examined, exhaust, that section can be examined. So that I mean, this section is quite good. That's been examined. There we go. Let's examine this part. It's almost like having Superman X-ray vision. I'm sure we all wished for that as kids. Suspension's been done. Okay, oh no, there we go. We've got the subframe. Can't examine any more of that. ABS module, coolant, brake booster, engine, yep. All drive shaft, yep, okay. Now they are complaining that it's the brakes, but I do want to show you. We obviously that's not what I want to go into. I want to go into here. Go into a diagnostics. We can do the OBS scanner. Now these cars didn't have OBD. These cars didn't have OBD, so that's a bit of a fail. I understand, you know, maybe they couldn't. I'm not a developer, so I don't know. But okay, everything's within a certain range. Let's go back here. Let's go to fuel pressure. Just make sure everything's okay. If I was a mechanic, I'd probably be a terrible one because I would go through everything and I would want to replace every part that's not good with new parts. I'd be a terrible mechanic. Wouldn't make any money, but customers would be happy. So we can measure the tread of the tires as well. We can see, yeah, they're not too bad. They are what they are. And some people don't want things to be perfect. They just want the car fixed as cheap as possible. This day and age, cost of living, everything else. I totally get it. Sorry, doorbell. Parcel. Okay, so all parts have been examined. Again, everything's within its range. Compression tester. So there it is testing all the components of the engine, the rocker arms, the pistons, everything, con rods. Very cool that you can actually move the meter while it's working. Okay, right, if we come back out of this, next let's have a look at the car list. Now here we can tell, you know, it tells you if the engine's starting or not. It tells you the factory colour as well. So if you get a car that isn't and they ask you to revert it back further into the game, you can. Shows you the power, shows you everything to do with the car. For that, let's go to issues to fix. So we've got brake discs, two brake pads, two brake shoes, oil filter and outer tie rod. Need to drain the oil, and any other tasks is change the brake fluid and refill the windshield washer fluid. That's fine. So let's get on with I think I might need to buy. So I need to buy tools. No, okay. Tablet, move, add. Why can't I add anything? Okay, is it in here? Main shop? No. Engine body, interior shop, decoration and tools. Oh, can get all this. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get oil drainer. Okay, 250 credit. We've got 50,000, so let's get one of them. Let's see if we can get a computer. Oh, if only I could spell computer, that would be so much better. Screw it. Do you know what? I'm always into my gadgets, so there we go. What we're going to do is we're going to get instant delivery. Costs more money, but you know, we're in a time crunch here. These poor people want their car back. So there we go. Now if I go here, I'm gonna put this just here so it's handy to have. And I'm gonna put the computer just here. Right. I want to go back to normal mode. Okay, what we're going to do, put this up and we're going to drain the oil. That's going to be the first thing. So let's move this into here. Let's go use equipment. Yeah, it's not the cleanest looking oil. I've seen worse, I've seen better. So let's... By the way, disclaimer, I am not a mechanic. I know some things about mechanical side of things, but I am not a mechanic. I never suggest such a thing. What we want to do now, because we're working with brake system, I'm going to drain the brake reservoir. That's power steering. It's a brake reservoir there. So if we go into our diagnostics drain tool, we're going to drain all of that. Ooh. Okay, so that's now drained. Let me have a look and see. Power steering, I'm not going to be working. It did say check power, but it's an outer tie rod, so we don't need to deal with draining the steering system. Right, let's get the car back up so I'm not straining my back. We know my back is bad already. So let's get this off. Now what I do, I think this was in the previous version. You notice how the bottom right nut, bolt, is orange? Yeah, that's not happening. So let's get some WD-44. Now we're going to take off the brake caliper. Get the state of the brakes. Brake pads we know are bad, so let's get rid of that. We're going to have to take off the bracket as well for the caliper, because we need to take the disc off as well. And ventilate the disc as well. That's pretty good. So what else did we say? It's just to fix outer tie rod. Okay. There we go. Take that off. Now, what we can do is quickly just jump round here, save a little bit of time. Beautiful, no seized screws. You hate to have a seized screw, that was for sure. Right, let's get that off. Let's get brake caliper off as well. Again, it's rinse and repeat. Now the brakes at on the back are not disc brakes; they are shoe brakes. So I'll take this off as well. So if it's not going to let me do it. So let's just go to the back. How do you get this off with that? Should that panel come off? I don't know. Let me know if you know. Oh, I'm going to need a little bit of WD-44. There is a reason it's called WD-40. What is it? WD-40? Yeah, WD-40. I couldn't remember it. I changed it in my brain and I couldn't remember what the actual real one was. Yeah, so these are brake drums. So they work slightly different. Instead of a brake, the front brake being a disc, it squeezes a pad onto the disc. The brake drum pushes the brake shoes onto the drum itself to slow it down. They're not as efficient as the... I take it that's okay, is it? Can't really tell. Let's go over to the other side. Take that off. Yeah, so they're not as efficient as pads and discs. But older cars, and even still some newer cars, have got drum shoes and drums. Sounds like a band, doesn't it? Okay, take that and take off those. Right, let's have a look at the car status and oil filter. Okay, we can get the oil filter from under here, I'm guessing. Let me have a look and see. Oil filter, where are you? Where is the oil filter? Where? Ah, there it is there. Okay, now we've drained the oil out, so we don't have any issues with that. Now, if we look at this for me is a game changer. And again, this is a demo. I'm not sponsored. This is my own thoughts. I can mark all of this, okay? So that means on the car, if I wasn't sure where one of these things were, I could mark it and it would show me in a different color. But the game changer, I can add everything I've found to be an issue. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is go over to the computer, go into the main shop. I'm going to go to show my shopping list, and I can actually just straight away add. And if I need 2 of something, it automatically adds it. So, see? Game changer. Do you know I used to have to screenshot all the... Because when you took the items off the car, it would show you if they were broken or not. But I had to screenshot all of the broken things so that I could then go to the shop on the computer to buy it. Wow. Thank you. Thank you to the developers. This is amazing. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to add things to. So we're going to... Oh, did I do instant? Oh, you idiot. Oh my god. I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't finalize it. There we go. Whew. I thought I'd done next day delivery. Saint Amazon, son. This ain't Amazon. Right. Automatically has went into our inventory. Now, from experience doing this demo, but also experience from previous, I'm going to get rid of everything. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No. Because I did that previously and I ended up with things that I got rid of. So we're going to select all the newest ones show first. So let's put that. Oh, look, what a difference that makes. What a difference. I love new brakes on cars. Love it. I can put the caliper back on now. And we're going to put the new outer tie rod on. This will make such a difference for their steering. Now we can also, and this has been in previous ones, we can separate tires from the wheels, put new tires on as well. I love that. I love the fact it makes you feel more like a mechanic. I'm certainly not going to be a Matt Armstrong. You could though, in theory, you know, because there's a lot of customizable parts to these cars. So technically, you know, I could buy this and absolutely hot rod it and put loads of upgraded parts onto it to make it more powerful, to make it respond better on the road. Everything. I could do that. So you really could. Why have I only got one outer tie rod? That should have ordered 2. Go to shopping list. Okay, right. Outer tie. I thought I did ordered 2. I must be. My brain must be glitching. Thank God for the instant. It's not what we want to. Right, we're gonna go to here. We're gonna add and put a new outer tie rod. But it does. It basically gives you the quantity of what you need as well, which is really good. So let's get this back on. It's such an accomplishment fixing something yourself. I think we're on even my generation. I think we're a bit of a, if something's broken we throw it away, whereas our parents were much more of, no, you fix it, you know. So let's get this on. I was quite fortunate, my dad was quite handy at fixing things. My dad was a mechanic when he was very, very young. He trained as a mechanic. He was also a truck driver, lighthouse keeper. He was a man of many talents. I picked little bits and pieces up from him. We didn't always see eye to eye when it came to learning things. He had quite a unique way of teaching me, shall we say. Again, of that generation. So but I did pick a few things up from him, and hopefully, you know, if he's looking down on me, he's a little bit proud or pleased of what I've done. Let's have a look and see. Now we want to add, let's put the oil in, put a new filter in. Now what you would do with that is you would take some of the old oil and just run it round the lip, so when you're screwing it back in, it's lubricated. Right, let's put this down, and we want to fill up with oil. Where is... So if we take that off, I'm going to fill this up with some beautiful, glorious oil. Now, I don't know if this, because you'll see it tilts down like that, I don't know if that means it's done, but I just fill it right to the top. And you shouldn't do that. Please do not fill it right to the top. That is such a bad thing to do. We need to get this. Now, we do have a mark on this to tell us where the max level is. And that's where that stops. So let's put that down. We need the washer fluid. So let's... And this can get filled all the way up. All the way to the top, please, Jeeves. All the way to the top. There we go. Okay, now, if we have a look at this, everything is scored out, which means we've done it. We've got green on this side for all tasks. So, car summary, we can now finish the order. Boom. Now, what I'm going to do is actually go to my inventory, and I'm just going to sell all of this. You get very little for it because they're obviously broken. So that's everything out of the inventory. So we can go to the computer for new jobs, or we can go to here. Again, it tells you when, oh, story featured, okay. So, hey, I'm dropping by with a small problem. My new sporty toy isn't doing so great. The engine misfires and sometimes won't start. The turbo is loud and the brakes are squeaking. I hope I won't regret this purchase. Fix whatever is needed and make sure everything works properly. We also want to change the oil, which you would do anyway. Especially when there's an issue with the engine. Man, I hate people that end up getting scammed with things, you know. Obviously, again, developers don't have licenses, but this is clearly an Audi A5? Yeah, it's an A5 or an A6 by the looks of it. Oh! You can hear the turbo. Out we go. Okay, again, we're going to go through all of the diagnostics and have a look and see what is going on. It certainly doesn't look very nice, does it? Right, let's examine first. I'll see you once I've done this. Okay, everything's been tested as much as I can. Now you'll see part not discovered. Now these parts can't be checked by machine. So we're going to have to take probably the majority of the engine apart to find out what is going on with it. Let me have a look. Now we can also actually sleep in this game as well. What I'm going to do is drain the oil first. There's a couch away up there that we can sleep on. I'm going to move this over. Let's drain that. Yeah, a bit dirty, but let's move that back over there. We're going to drain all of the fluids because we just don't know what we're going to be dealing with. So, coolant reservoir. Let's go here. Let's drain that. Why aren't you draining? There we go. I know it looks good. You know, it looks quite clear. Don't need to worry about that. Let's drain this as well. So coolant, oil, and brakes should be everything. Now, let's have a little look again at the... So we've got belt tensioners, we've got a drive shaft, we've got idle roller, so yeah, everything's going to have to come off. Spark plugs, sway bar, wheel hubs. Yeah, and he wants repair with parts of minimum condition of 81%. Again, that's fair enough. So let's get this up, and what I'll probably do is I might do a time lapse of doing this because you've seen me do this already. So, you may have noticed that I didn't drain the steering fluid. My bad. I cleaned the mess up, don't worry. Clean that mess up as well. So we've replaced everything. That was me just checking, make sure we had. Everything is looking amazing. Just top these fluids up. Where is my... Right, that's fine. Put that in. Fill up the beautiful green coolant. This will feel like a brand new car. And there we go. Let's fill this up with some real power steering hydraulic fluid. I love the sound effects. The sound effects are so good. Let me have a little look. Green for everything, and we've replaced everything. Car summary. We can now finish, hopefully. I haven't forgotten anything. Boom. Amazing. Right, okay, so that pretty much is everything. If we go and have a look, is this like story featured? Dad said inherited this car from grandfather. He really liked it, even though he was not a big car enthusiast. I think the car may be a bit neglected. It's spent the last few years parked outside near the house. Please make it more suitable for everyday use. In its current condition, I am not sure what to expect. Thank you in advance. If you want to see more of this, I don't know how much longer there is in the demo version, but yeah, let me know. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, make sure your notification bell is on. Hopefully it's all working again. Leave me a comment, let me know what your parenting teachings were like when you were growing up. Till next time, take care of yourself, look after yourself. Bye-bye.